In the spring of 1901, a group of Greek sponge divers set out to search the Aegean Sea for their livelihood. Their boat anchored near the rocky island of Antikythera, halfway between Crete and the Peloponnese. As they descended into the clear but dangerous waters, they expected only sponges, maybe a few fish. Instead, they found the remains of a massive shipwreck, its cargo scattered across the seafloor. Marble statues lay face down in the sand. Amphorae stood like ghosts of another age, and bronze coins glinted faintly in the shifting light. Among the wreckage, one diver brought up a strange lump of corroded bronze. At first it was dismissed as nothing more than debris, fused together by centuries of seawater. But inside that crusted fragment was a device so advanced that it should not have existed in the ancient world. This mysterious machine would later be called the Antikythera Mechanism. The Antikythera shipwreck is thought to have been a Roman cargo vessel carrying luxury goods from Greece to Rome in the 1st century BCE. Its cargo included treasures fit for an emperor, statues of gods and heroes, glassware, fine jewelry, and coins from across the Mediterranean. But the most extraordinary treasure was hidden in plain sight. A bronze box about the size of a shoebox, broken into fragments by the sea. When it was first brought to the museum in Athens, nobody knew what it was. It sat quietly in storage for decades, overshadowed by the glamorous statues and artifacts. Only in the 1950s did scholars begin to notice something unusual. The lump contained interlocking bronze gears. This discovery shocked historians because no other mechanical device like this was known from the ancient world. It seemed to belong to an age of clockmakers, not philosophers. The Antikythera mechanism is astonishing because nothing else of its kind would appear again for more than 1,000 years. Its complexity rivaled the geared clocks of medieval Europe, which were considered miracles of engineering in their own age. The mechanism contained at least 30 bronze gears, precisely cut with teeth that meshed together in complex patterns. When a hand crank was turned, the gears moved dials and pointers across its face, each dial representing a different celestial cycle. The craftsmanship required to build this machine suggests tools and techniques that were far beyond what we once thought the ancient Greeks possessed. It is as if a piece of Renaissance technology had been dropped into the classical world. The Antikythera mechanism was nothing less than a model of the heavens. One dial predicted solar and lunar eclipses years or even decades into the future. Another displayed the phases of the moon, accounting for its irregular orbit with astonishing accuracy. The device tracked the sun's journey across the zodiac, as well as the movements of the 5 known planets: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. It could even predict rare events like planetary alignments, linking celestial patterns to cycles observed on Earth. A lower dial kept track of the timing of the ancient Pan-Hellenic Games, including the Olympics, showing how science, religion, and culture were intertwined. The front and back surfaces of the machine were covered in inscriptions, a built-in instruction manual written in ancient Greek. This was not a decorative object. It was a practical scientific instrument, used to bring order to the mysteries of the cosmos. For more than a century after its discovery, the mechanism baffled researchers. The fragments were too fragile and the corrosion too dense to see how the gears were arranged. Some thought it was an astrolabe, others a simple calendar. It wasn't until the 20th century that X-rays revealed the first glimpses of its complexity. By the early 2000s, powerful CT scans exposed hidden inscriptions and gear teeth, allowing scientists to map its internal structure. These studies revealed that the mechanism once contained dozens of interlocking gears, each one precisely cut to represent a mathematical ratio tied to the movements of the heavens. Working models were constructed, and for the first time in 2,000 years, the Antikythera mechanism came alive again. As its gears turned, dials displayed eclipses, moon phases, and planetary cycles, proof that this was a true analog computer. The origin of the Antikythera mechanism is still debated. Some scholars link it to Archimedes, who combined mathematics with practical inventions. Others believe it reflects the work of Hipparchus, the great astronomer who measured the heavens with incredible precision. Whoever built it belonged to a world where philosophy, astronomy, and engineering overlapped. Its construction required not only knowledge of the stars, but also mastery of metallurgy and mechanical design. The greater mystery is why this knowledge disappeared. After the mechanism, there is no record of similar devices for more than 1,000 years. It raises the possibility that advanced traditions of ancient science were lost to war, conquest, or neglect. The Antikythera mechanism might be a lone survivor from a forgotten lineage of machines. Today, the Antikythera mechanism is celebrated as the first known analog computer, a bridge between myth and science. Its survival is almost miraculous, a reminder of how fragile human knowledge can be. It forces us to reconsider the achievements of the ancient world and to recognize that history is not a straight line of progress. Technologies can be gained, forgotten, and rediscovered, depending on circumstance. For modern engineers and scientists, the device is both inspiring and humbling. It shows that the human drive to understand the cosmos is timeless. From bronze gears in Greece to silicon chips in space, the quest is the same. So what do you think? Was the Antikythera mechanism a unique masterpiece of genius, or just the surviving fragment of a lost technological tradition? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And remember, knowledge doesn't stop at 60 seconds.
Thanks for watching. This is 60-second knowledge now extended. Because curiosity doesn't stop at 60 seconds. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us on TikTok.